All right, welcome to the Manners match. Flew all the way across the country to take on my fellow Manners ambassador, Ben. We are in San Francisco, foggy morning here. Ben, why don't you tell us a little bit about the course?
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Playing Presidio Friday morning, doing a quick little 9-hole back nine match. Presidio is one of those courses that it's kind of like near and dear to my heart. It's my home course. I'm in the men's league there. I play a lot of their events. Where it really gets you is all the different undulation, the small greens. They can put pins in a bunch of like tough spots with a lot of slope. And yeah, it's just a great all-around place.
All right, man, tell me about this first tee. This 10th hole here. We're going up the hill, par 5.
Yeah, a little early, definitely tight. I think hit a little bit of a overdraw here to the 9th fairway, and watching this back was pretty funny because I don't really know what I was trying to do looking back on it, but I was trying to hit a little 6-iron like over that tree and it just came out too low.
Oh, it happens, man. It happens. Yeah, I was back here a little bit further than I had hoped off that tee. Yeah, just trying to whack a 3-iron up there somewhere and see if we can get it up and down, make a 4 the hard way.
You left yourself in a good spot though. I think like this hole's just tough, and when it's cold and wet, it plays even longer.
Yeah, I figured leave it out to the right side here and hopefully kind of use that slope a little bit. I had played the course the day before, so I wasn't totally blind, which was very, very helpful. I think my first loop around would have not known where to hit it necessarily. Yeah, these half wedges, felt pretty good about this one actually for 7 a.m.
You hit a good shot here to a bit of a blind pin. Kind of a tough one to get close to. The whole green kind of slopes like front to back and away to the left, so fortunately, I was able to get that up and down for par, hit it to a 1.5 foot or so. But yeah, you've got a pretty good look at birdie here.
Yeah, that was peachy. Been putting really well lately, but nothing is going in. I'm gonna have that round. Tell me about this 11th hole. I feel like this is one of the favorites on the course.
This is one of my favorite holes probably in the area. It is a blind downhill dogleg left. And so if you don't know where to hit it, you can kind of get put into some tough spots.
Yeah, it's a good one. I had a very funny tee ball here with the maintenance truck parking right in front of my line. One of the more nervous swings I've ever made in my entire life was just thinking, get this ball over the windshield at the very least, and maybe opened up the hands a little bit. Got away with it pretty well, sprayed it into, what is that, the 17th fairway over here. And, you know, sometimes if you miss big enough, you end up rewarded with a really nice look, which I've learned through experience.
If you miss it far enough right, like I think the angle over there is actually better than the angle from the 11th fairway because you get a little bit more green width to work with. You hit a great shot. I pushed mine a bit and got lucky off of a kick, but you to hit it inside of 15 feet again from over there is like pretty great. This is my first putt of the day, and on the first hole we played, everyone was like, the greens are so slow. So I gave that a little extra and hit it like 10 feet past, which is a bit of a bummer because you're pretty much guaranteed for a par.
That was the rope-a-dope there. That was the some real, you know, I wish I was a high IQ match play guy and I could have done that on purpose, but yeah, man, the greens are so slow, and then I zoom one by.
I actually hit a pretty good putt here. I guess this angle isn't going to show it too well, but I think I left this right in the heart, just a little short.
I feel like that putt just died. I remember thinking that was center cut, but hey, we'll take a 1-up lead after 2. That was a little bit of a gift, but
especially going into the 12th hole. 12th hole's
yeah, I'm not picky. I really enjoyed this tee shot. Trying to get it over that bunker on the left, and you know, you've got that sort of dip in the fairways.
I lost it in the fog. I think it's okay.
Left edge, I think. I was over there yesterday. Theoretically, could have gotten a really good bounce. Yeah, you made a really nice swing here, man. I remember this one. This was like, all right, Ben's here. He's coming to play.
Yeah, we've had some driver issues lately. That tree just to the right side of the tee box has caught a few balls over the last few months. Was
Wow,
able
that's a
to work up the
fantastic ball.
confidence and just make a good swing here, and was fortunately left with a little like flip 9-iron into this green, which always feels good.
This shot particularly, I was thinking about how this approach shot is actually really sort of narrow with the bunker pinching in on the right side there. Tricky angle that.
It's tough because it's like you have like a downhill lie, and the ball's typically below your feet, so it's gonna want to like push right normally, and forcing yourself to aim left of that green is tough because if you end up pulling it, like there's like a downslope over there that's gonna kick it to the 13th hole, and 11 and 12 are just a really tough combo. And then I was left with this from the bunker, downslope over that knob, and I actually thought I played this really well. It just didn't grab and just rolled out forever.
I don't think you could have done much better from there, honestly. Like you hit some good shots all day, and that is one that you're not going to remember, but that was a really fantastic out, even just to give yourself a putt here.
Unfortunately, you had like another 15-foot birdie putt though, right?
Yeah, well, I got, it's like you got a bit of a bad break there. I got a really nice break. That ball that I hit coming in was headed at that bunker, and it hit sort of the top, probably 1 foot to the right, and it would have kicked in. Yeah, I feel like I had this putt a lot all day long, these 12-footers, and I won't spoil it, but we weren't exactly raining down birdies. I really liked this par 3 here, 13. I like a mid-length par 3 that the false front here is so severe, and I caught it. I mean, I think 3 more feet and that ball would have been fine, but it, rolls back a good 20 feet, and it's like, oh geez, we're in trouble all of a sudden.
And it's like almost an impossible up and down. Like I've only made a couple pars missing short. If you land anything within 5 paces on the front edge of the green, like it's not going to stay on. So you just play everything to the back. You hit a great pitch shot here. Again, you were able to get it up and down. Soft greens help, but upslope to a green that kind of feeds away from you is like not easy.
A little bit of a mitt check too, man. I mean, coming from the East Coast, the short game is not really in perfect shape this time of year, so I was very pleased with this. Oh, good speed. Pick her up.
This was the part of the match where I was like, I started hitting some better shots, and you just stayed so steady, which is a bit of a bummer, but I was struggling to gain ground. This is another one of my favorite holes. I just like how the tee shot is really forgiving. I kind of just bash driver up there past the crest of the hill, and then you're sort of left with like a 70 to 80 yard wedge, which is not the most comfortable number to an elevated blind pin. I've hit a lot of balls short because there is like a false front that will catch your ball and keep it from going on the green, and then there's also a bunker and a bunch of long grass that's long. So it's just a really uncomfortable shot because you have to be within 10 yards of the number, or else you're going to be left with a chip or a tough bunker shot.
Yeah, this pin being all the way back, I remember being very nervous over this wedge. Yeah, you want to get it up there, but you don't want to overcook it, and it's an intimidating wedge even from close end, 70 yards or something. I totally stabbed at this, but sometimes you catch those, and that's a millimeter away from being a chunk that goes 3 feet. But we actually caught the golf ball and hit a decent one, which is nice. Sometimes that's not how it goes. I just loved the view from up here on this green. Just seeing the city and everything is like, that fires me up, man.
Yeah, this is a cool spot, especially with the next tee box. Just being able to see everything, and the holes that you just played, and the city behind with the fog. It's pretty cool. I had to hit that putt really hard. I felt like I was hitting a 50, 60 footer there, but you've got a good look at birdie again.
I feel like we're close. We're close. But no cigar. Was it horseshoes and hand grenades, man? That's what they say.
One of the best.
It was a fun day. I feel like these little 9-hole matches, they just fly right by, and all of a sudden it's like, it would have been nice to get a full 18 in the way we were playing.
This is another one of my favorite holes. Like 15 is a great par 3. It's a shorty. I think from the back tees where we were, it's like, I think it's like 160, 170, but it plays like 30 downhill. So
Yeah.
but it's a cool green. It's kind of like a tripod shape. So got some cool little areas.
Tell me about this bunker shot, man. This was
Yeah, really honestly fortunate that this found the bunker. I actually had a pretty good lie, and it was like on the upslope, and then with the green was sort of sloping down to the pin, so I had a pretty good look at it. The bunkers here are like always kept really nice, and they're easy to hit out of. I thought I was going to pick one up here, and you played the perfect shot off of that mound, which was pretty frustrating because like I was like, there's no way he's going to know how to play this. Like that, like everything is so soft, you can't play it off the knob. I don't even know if you saw the knob. So I was like, great. So I've got this to avoid going dormy. This like 6-footer. Fortunately, he was able to get the sandy and convert the down. But yeah, I don't know. Just like tough day for me because you're playing really solid. I'm curious what you think of this hole.
You know what I thought about this hole? Reminded me with the centerline bunker, and it gave off vibes of 10 at Augusta with that big sort of free-form bunker. I thought this tee shot was a very interesting tee shot. I thought it's a really interesting hole. I enjoyed it. What's the local take on it?
Everyone that I play with hits driver like you did. I think that is a good play. For the last year and a half, I've just started laying short of it with like a hybrid or a 7-wood or something like that, because you're still going to have like a pitching wedge or a 9-iron in. And
7-wood. Okay, I was wondering. Yeah, it came out so nice and high.
That was a 7-wood. Yeah. But I like everyone that I play with hits driver, and they're just kind of like, why aren't you hitting driver here? There's so much room right. And I've just gotten burned too many times.
Yeah, the angle from over here was not awesome, especially that pin.
It's very dependent on where the pin's at too. Like, so you had a great angle for a right pin, but definitely the tougher angle for where the pin was at this day. You had a great shot. I mean, you did exactly what you had to do.
Middle of the green, man. You're thinking chip in here, huh?
Well, yeah, because if we tie this hole, I'm dormy, right? And so you're looking good. I'm like, I have to win this hole. So I don't know. Tough spot to be in.
It's a good charge anyway. So I was right here, man, putting for the match. I did not anticipate having a putt on the 16th hole here for the match, but don't worry, I would never make a birdie putt. It's not in my
it was a good putt.
It's not in my wheelhouse. Another good putt that just didn't go in, man. That one dove like right across the face, and yeah. It'll just get right in your head.
It's like a 2-foot putt on 9.
No.
Shot 38, and then I missed another 2-footer on 11. This is, I don't know, I feel like I'm saying every hole is my favorite. I just think the back 9 here is like really, really special as far as like munis go.
Yeah.
Learning how to play here has kind of been me learning which holes I can back off on. And this I'd say is like another one of them. I used to just try and hit a massive like carved driver up to the right side of the fairway.
Good, yeah.
Might have been the best swing I've made.
This was such a nice swing, man. And this is the point where I think if we were playing an 18-hole match, I would have been like, oh boy, I might actually be in trouble here. I should have taken the local intel here and not hit driver. That was, first of all, I can't seem to hit a cut these days. And second of all, it's just such an uncomfortable tee shot for, what I'm trying to do. And, it's like make a par and end the match, but
that's the
nope.
door creaking open right there.
I mean, you actually hit a pretty good shot. That's like the worst part of it is like you hit the shot. It was just like not knowing the court. I don't know the last time I've seen those specific bunkers with the rough as long as it was.
This was crazy. I'm going to say unaware that this was a possibility to lose my golf ball.
I didn't think you'd lose it.
That's all right.
Sick.
You know what's funny is I only realized when I was watching this back that I just picked up my ball right here, and I was putting for a 5. And I feel like I probably should have putted, but then I was just like, you're in close. You were what, like 15 feet there or something?
I was like 25, so like there was a chance. There was a chance.
So we're coming down to the 18th. 1 down. I mean, push very much in play here. Tell me about this tee shot and tell me about the line. It's provocative stuff.
Yeah, so typically on the 18th hole, like the wind is prevailing off the right, like blowing hard to those trees on the left, which is out of bounds. So what I've sort of always done is try and aim over that cypress tree that's sort of hanging with the branches over the right side of the fairway and just like blast it down 10. I think I just got a little quick on this and got a little ahead of it, left the face open and blew it way right. But yeah, it's just a safer line. Like you can typically get it up around the green from 10 fairway. Even like if you're gonna get it far enough down there to have like a 5 to 7 iron in probably. So not a bad play for people who like know the course and know what's going on.
Yeah, I dig it, man. I should have. That's another one, man. You got to listen to the locals when they're telling you how to play their Muni. I got really fortunate to get a good bounce off the trees here, and then you compound it with chunking a 3 iron here off a good break. But
Terrible.
Trouble everywhere, man. So what happened over? For what it's worth.
So that's my third shot. That's my third shot. I was in that bunker, and you can see them right there. There's like sandbags on the lip that I was trying to clear, and I caught. My plan was just to hit like a 7 iron out, so I wasn't gonna go for it. Just caught my 7 iron a little thin. It hit the sandbags and just kind of like popped out into the fairway. So that was my third shot from like 190 yards or something like that.
You got it up there good ways. You had to get over that tree. Well, I'm sitting here again, man. This is a 70-yard wedge, and I'm like, just don't, something safe, close out the match. I blasted that one pretty long. That was just one of those holes where it starts moving fast. And, man, so this is, of course, climactic moment, and we have technical difficulties. What we missed there was I hit a terrible lag putt to about 12 feet. Ben 2-putted there, so Ben is in for 6. I'm putting for 5 here. But honestly, man, watching this back, I feel a little bit scummy. I played hockey with this ball. I don't feel good calling that a W, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I was already putting the flag in the hole. I didn't deserve to win that hole. You were on the green. You did what you needed to do. All accounts in my book, that was a win for you.
I don't know. We'll see. Well, we'll have to settle it on a rematch. Appreciate you showing me around. We'll have to get the Manners challenge ladder going and
yeah, dude,
start pulling up on some of our other ambassador boys.
It was a blast. I always love showing people my home course, so it was great to have you out.
All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to myself, Ben, and our wonderful sponsor, Manners, if you enjoyed the video. I'll leave you here with some random camcorder clips that I grabbed from a great weekend out in San Francisco. Cheers.
This is what enabled the trees to live so long. So in this forest, in this original forest, there are trees here that are up to 900 years old, up to 220 feet tall. So if you went in an elevator up to the 22nd floor, you'd be at the top of all these trees. We do not know what the tallest, biggest tree is here, because they won't tell us. Because somebody like me is going to carve their initials in it like a dumbbell. And that's pretty much what our ancestors looked like 100 million years ago. Little bitty mammal. They survived. And now we don't look very much like those little chipmunks anymore. So let's move ahead now.